The Bitcoin price is coiling up for something crazy. Today we will talk with DaVinci J15 and Carl from the Moon. We will actually pick their brain juices and talk about the Bitcoin price, the imminent breakout, and whether it will break out to the upside, to the downside, and we will talk about exact price targets. So now we want to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15 and Carl from the Moon, how are you doing today, my friends?
I'm doing very well. There's a slight jet lag because of the time difference between Sweden and Singapore, but Singapore is amazing, and the hotel we stay at is amazing, and everything about Singapore so far is just amazing.
Yeah.
And DaVinci, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. You know what? Every day to be alive in this time, in this history, as we're making history with the Bitcoin price, it's great because we are going to see things no one will ever see ever again in their lifetimes, I believe, in the sense of being able to buy something at $1 and watch it go up to millions of dollars. Come on, get real.
That sounds good.
Exactly. It is an amazing time to be in, and always keep that in mind when we are doing the short and midterm price analysis. Always keep the long term in mind, and don't forget about that, because when the big moonshot comes, guys, you want to be ready. So a holding portfolio is very, very important without giving any financial advice. So now, DaVinci, I think we can go into the charts. We will first of all pick up on your brain juice on the charts and then go over to your thoughts and see what kind of conclusion we can get on the Bitcoin price.
Yes, yes. Before we do, I want to mention one more thing to everybody that's out there in YouTube land. Many people ask me, "Is it okay? Is it time to buy?" Like even today, my assistant Carolina, she asked me, "Should I buy today?" And like, you know what? Do you have a regimen to buy at a specific time? Just do it, right? No one knows for sure what the price is going to be, right? I can give you percentage probabilities. Yeah, it's going down based on this percentage probabilities, but I don't know for sure. So the best way to ensure that you get some Bitcoins is to take a small amount of money and put it in every week or every month, and you do so at whatever price it is. And then this way you're always in the game, whether it goes up, right? You're in the game and you're profiting, and if it goes down, well, guess what? You have money to go and buy some at the cheap. So there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell people also when they ask me. So that's the perfect advice, and I think everyone should always dollar cost average.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, that's the long term. Now let's go into the short term, into the immediate price action right now, and see what the Bitcoin price is doing, because things are actually calling up. We are going deeper into the most probably descending triangle, and people are just asking themselves, when is the action finally coming? So maybe we have an answer for that today. And also, everyone, please smash up the like button.
I want to point out that we have, like on the weekly charts, what's shaping up to be a nice, beautiful W. If we could just break up to this side here, where it's at $11,400 or $500 is probably where the breakout price. But I'd really go to the $12,300 where that wick is before we could say, okay, well, we are breaking higher. And this is what we're waiting for. Now, I am a little concerned because, of course, if we break this down to the daily time frame, right? Let me just bring that up. We have that wedge, right? As you can see, we had one here, that falling wedge here, or triangle, and we have the falling triangle here. And this normally does not end well. However, notice the big difference between this triangle, and there's a big difference between this triangle and this triangle. This triangle is falling below the 13 MA on the weekly, and this one's falling above the 13 MA on the triangle, right? And so let's take a look at that on the ribbons, if that's the same case. Well, let's see here. Do we have that same price action? No, we don't, because they started way back. Well, yeah, we do, right there. There it is, and it's below the ribbons, right?
Yes.
Can you see that?
Indeed.
You guys see that?
Indeed, yes.
You can see that this falling wedge right here, this falling triangle, was below the ribbons, and this one is above the ribbons. Let me just clear all the rest of the crap here. Drawing tools, right? And this one's right above the ribbons. right? If you take out the 13 EMA, I added the 13 EMA because I like to see it. And so if you move if this was down to the rest of the numbers, right, rest of this ribbon, it would still be way down here. And so we are way above the ribbon. So this might resolve to the upside. Might. Just, it's normally does not. Looking at this picture or the daily picture on the Bybit perpetual contracts, I would suggest if you want to trade and you want to trade the Bybit perpetual contracts like everybody seems to want to trade, I would suggest that you use this chart and not any other chart because they'll have different, slightly different values, different wicks,
Yes.
and so forth. So it'll be slightly off, and so if you're going down to lower time frames, like the 5 minute or 10 minute or the hourly, I would suggest you use those. Is this particular chart in order to figure out what to do on your trades. Now, with that being said, what's happening here? Well, we're definitely we're definitely on a daily time frame, below the 13 EMA. We have 3 different closes below the 13 EMA, so that we're definitely now bearish. Look for prices to probably come back down here. However, let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour says I'm trying to get out. I tried to break out, and no. So far it's a no. On the hourly, let's see here. The hourly looks like it's slumping back down below the 13 EMA. So we probably going to see some more downward action, probably down to the bottom line of the falling triangle here,
Which is 9,425 approximately.
Yeah, so we might have one more bounce before we decide exactly what this market is going to do. I'm wondering where the back is on all of this. Let's go to the daily, and this blue line is backed, so it's pretty close to the end of the wedge.
Oh, nice,
I'm
man.
Nice.
This is extremely nice, Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Extremely nice that you brought that up. Thank you very much for that, because it's the 30, it is really
23rd, right?
23rd of September. It looks like it might be like coming together with the event of the breakout, because right at the event of backed, we will be approximately 70% in the triangle.
If anything, I would probably think the breakout would come after, but that's just my gut feeling.
Yes. After the 23rd of September. All right, Da Vinci. Didn't want to interrupt you there. Let's go on. Also, for everyone watching, you saw it. We are on the Bybit Perpetuals. You can obviously trade wherever you want. If you want to trade on Bybit, you can use our link. You don't have to use it, but there is a $110 bonus attached to it, of course, if you use our link in the description down below. So, Da Vinci, let's go. Let's go on, please.
So yes, I think we're definitely coming. I think we're not definitely, but I think the probability is high that we're going to come back down to this line here and test it, see what the buyers say down here, and then bounce one more time up into the back, and then we're going to see what's really going to happen. Are we going to break higher or break down? Odds are going into these events, we break down.
Wow, that's interesting, and that might be the best moment to go over and to talk with Carl about his thoughts and see what his brain juice is actually telling us about that. So Carl, let me just decrease that a little bit so we can see more of the charts. And now, may you let us know, Da Vinci, can you maybe go into the 4-hour or the daily? What do you want to talk about, Carl?
So when I cannot really adjust the chart myself, maybe I'll just stick to the bigger time frame here and just talk about everyone is seeing the same thing here. We have the descending triangle. I think that everyone who knows how the chart works will paint the exact same lines. We will draw the same lines, the descending resistance, the horizontal support. So I think it's very obvious that this descending triangle is something that a lot of people are looking at. And I think we should also keep that in mind, that if everyone expects something specific to happen, it could decrease the likelihood of that specific event. So, like you said, Da Vinci, I also believe that it would make so much sense with a break to the downside in the immediate short term, down to the support. and yeah, technically it would just make a lot of sense for me too. And but it also feels like a lot of people probably have the exact same feeling. I just want to kind of factor that into my analysis. And also on the 4 hour, I'm not sure if maybe you can go in and paint that, but we do have kind of a rising wedge. I think that might be forming, or at least they did. Falling wedge. Sorry, falling wedge, and so
Oh yeah,
you can
Yes.
see that maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That was good. All right, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
All right, that's very nice. We do
satisfaction was
it uncut. Yeah, all right.
Very nice. All right. All right. Yeah.
was too funny.
So there we have the right falling wedge, and of course, falling wedge is technically a bullish pattern. They usually break to the upside, and that is that's a bullish pattern. But of course, they can break to the downside. And you talked about the CME futures chart, and the ribbon on the CME futures chart on the 4 hourly is in fact above us right now. So. To break to the upside, we would need to break through the resistance. So there's a lot. Yeah, if you can bring out the 4 hour. Yeah, that's the 4 hourly.
Perfect.
You can see there. But that also means that, of course, if we do break through the ribbon, that could lead to a nice explosive breakout, just exactly like the previous breakout. If you take a look at the previous time in the chart right now where Bitcoin did break above. No, you can stay on this chart.
Yeah.
Right in the gap there on the 4 hourly where we broke above it.
No, it was the
right
right
here?
shot. Yes.
Right there, you can see it was very explosive, exactly at the point where Bitcoin broke above the 4 hourly ribbon. And for people who follow my channel, you know that I very often use the ribbon on the 4 hourly to enter and to exit, because you can backtrack yourself. You'll see that you get very nice entry and exits if you take a look at the closes.
Yes.
Don't pay attention to wicks, only 4 hourly and daily closes. And
This is in fact very interesting, because we can see in this on the 4 hour you are probably even leaning a little bit more to the bullish side with the falling wedge. Do you have, if there is this explosive breakout coming in that particular case, do you have a specific price target on the 4 hours?
Well, honestly, on my channel I've been saying that I'm leaning more to the bearish, because I do believe that there's simply a lot of resistance above us. But so the bullish target would be the top of the falling wedge, which would in this moment be approximately 10.5, I think. Right?
Yes.
And the bearish target, if we were to break to the downside, would probably just be the support.
The support of 9,200 or
Something like that,
yeah.
right? 9.3 or something.
All right, so Da Vinci, can we
9.4,
maybe 9.4 exactly.
yeah.
Can we go back into the phase mode maybe and do some conclusions on the short and on the midterm, and talk about the potential breakout for the audience before we wrap up today's video? Or do you still want to
one
add
second.
something?
One more thing I want to talk about. If we decide to break out and go create this Wing like this is like a little bit of a Wing pattern here. We have to break this level up here, which is around the $12,000 level, and then once we do that, you're talking the next stop is either, I'm thinking 16,900 or 18,800 is where we should be looking for some resistance for the market to pull back on. So that's where I'm looking for if we break out, of course, way up here. But we have to wait and see how it breaks this level here before we can decide. Okay, yeah, we're going to the $17,000 level.
Yeah, are we also?
That's my thoughts there.
Do you have some kind of a time frame? Of course, we are not talking about September quoting prices like 16,000, 18,000. Do you have any like rough time frame? Is it prior to the halvening? Is it in 2020, 2019?
For December.
Wow.
Sometime November, December.
Nice. So
And
can we go
Da
back
Vinci.
into the phase mode?
Yeah,
And-
Da Vinci,
yeah.
then before you do that, if we were to break to the downside from the descending triangle, what's your bearish target?
Well, honestly, I would think that I believe that Bitcoin will go down to touch the daily moving average, 200-day moving average. Look at it, take a look at it at $8,000 and go, yeah, I don't want to be here, and be right back up. So I think the breakdown, any kind of breakdown, will be very fast.
Yes.
If it is very fast, if it happens to be very fast, meaning that it happens in one day or within a week, time frame, then we can say yes, we're going to break higher, and then we're going to see some crazy all-time highs sometime in 2020 or late 2020 at least.
Nice.
Now,
That sounds very similar to exactly what I feel as well. 7.5, 8K, that's also my bottom target. I don't think that we will ever go below that again. So if we were to break to the downside, I also believe that it's probably just going to be a temporary quick dip, and most likely we'll be right back up again within, in the not so distant future.
So even in the bearish scenario, we are not really bearish even in the midterm, because the breakout to the downside, even though it will be very painful, it might not last for very long. And 7.5,
it's an opportunity.
It might be even an opportunity to buy in and take advantage of the fear in the market. I want to throw in a little bit something of a moon boyish kind of thing, because in one of our last videos, it was apparently, unfortunately, without Da Vinci, we were pointing out on the 3-day the golden cross, which have the 50 period moving average right now as support, and the 50 period moving average going into the descending triangle, which was in the 9 years history or 10 years history of Bitcoin, never ever to be broken in a bull market. So going below would actually rewrite the history. It is possible,
So
but
where's the
not
lowest point in that
not
bit?
all too unlikely. It is actually right now the exact horizontal support of the descending triangle, which is quite funny.
So 9.2, 9.3.
It is quite funny, guys. If you want to check it, go on the 3-day. You can just use the Bitstamp 3-day, and then the 50 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. So the 50 period is just going into the descending triangle, which is very nice and decreases maybe the likelihood of us breaking to the downside. Just throwing that kind of moon boyish thing in, and this is actually a really nice thing.
Honestly, I am also leaning more to the bullish side when we're talking
When it comes
about
to the breakout.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, slightly more bullish because it seems like many people are right now expecting a break to the downside.
Yes.
And I actually made a poll over on my video just like yesterday or 2 days ago, where I asked if this descending triangle will result to the upside or to the downside, and if I remember correctly, I got 56% to the downside.
Nice.
Yes, and
Nice.
I got 1,200 votes.
Wow.
That's many votes. So take that and make of that what you will.
So guys, now a poll will be popping up right here, and we want to see the moon boyish opinion of MMCrypto community. And of course, don't be biased, don't be like influenced by us. Make your own opinion. Is it going to break to the upside or to the downside? Vote right now. Leave a like button. And guys, I want to thank you for your time. It was amazing to have you on once again. Like Da Vinci, I mean, you are in our team. It's actually our all channel of MMCrypto team, but it's great to have you here. We are one crypto family. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. It will be a huge pleasure to answer like almost all of your questions. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see each other very soon. Do you guys have to say anything before we wrap up today's episode?
No, I think this was really, really amazing. That's it. I'm very happy for you guys, and like this collab, all of our collabs have been amazing, and this is yet another amazing collab.
More to come, guys. More to come. Da Vinci, any last words?
yes, play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Pandora's wallet link is also in the description. If you are not using it, like, what are you waiting for? It's completely irrational not to use it. It is for free for the first month, so try it out. It is an amazing product. So right now the Bible tutorial is actually popping up right there. It is covering Da Vinci's lovely face, so tickle it right now and click it, and we will see each other very, very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye bye.